Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be playing some more Talsiman. Getting back to where we left off with the dungeon expansion. Last stream, we're trying to work through the dungeon, and so we can just go straight to the Crown of Command and by defeating the Lord of Darkness, but then we kind of died. So now it's the AI player's turn, so before we get to select our new character. We're gonna stream this for about an hour and a half, and switch to initial character because if I'm gonna stream it, I'm probably gonna have to stream it tonight because the time I plan on streaming again after this the free weekend and for it will be over, so. Else, I have no idea what other sort of strategy is going to be right now and getting to where stuff was last time. Yes, we have a second chance to be a good assassin. Let's see, strength of 8. If we don't get at least a so we've only got one chance to actually kill it. That's with the assassinate ability. Yeah, there's no way of learning that one, so no point in rerolling. Too bad that it was second combat. We might have stood a decent chance of it. And if it was just a regular battle. Because then we could have used assassinate. hopefully this time, you know, you actually get to live decently long as the assassin rather than just being immediately assaulted by AVI players. So, AI seem to be fighting amongst themselves quite a bit right now. Friggin' SNH guilds 5. So now we've already had 7 points of strength trophies, so that trapper didn't stand a chance. Minstrel seems to be going for craft beast. Craft beast strategy, so honestly, it's Minstrel and the Dark Cultists are the most concerning ones, because they're already so strong and crafty that they might be heading towards the middle region already. You know. We've kind of had some interruptions in our quest. As much as, you know, using the Lord of Darkness to get to the Crown Command, lets you skip out on needing a Talisman. It's also kind of time consuming even when you're playing the Assassin, since the Assassin can just assassinate the Lord of Darkness, and so as long as you've got like, if you can, for instance, get 14 in strength and roll a 6 against them, then if you're assassinating that, then you can automatically jump to the Crown Command. Which is why, you know, the best way to do it is Assassin, plus lots of strength, plus is having something that lets you, for instance, and lets you select like the result of a die roll, because that way you can get that 6 specifically. Minstrels, dice battling the Grim Reaper, so. And he won. Wait, doesn't seem to be going into the... That fire just burned all the strangers in our region. For now, whenever a character draws a card, is infected to draw an adventure card, these 2 rounds, you have to draw out from the dungeon and cards instead. So, we're seeing some stuff from the dungeon, having the outer region instead. Our main goal is to get to the dungeon so that we can be on our way. This will assassinate this thing. Unfortunately, our weapon is a magic object, so it will actually die. I'm kind of worried that, it might be too late, but, if they haven't, if all has, if they have some unfortunate run-ins with the Reaper, then they might have, a major setback. if we can get our gear back from before, or they'll also, they'll speed up the process of getting the requisite strength to be able to just jump right over to the Crown Command as well. So then we had follower that gave us like +3 when fighting in the dungeon. You have the Book of Diablerie, or a good character may have the Book of Diablerie add to your craft. During your turn, you may discard one floor to gain one spell if your craft allows. You may only do this once per turn. That'll at least help us out with any psychic combat we encounter. If the elf can't have a skull wand because it's specifically non-good characters. And Dark Cultist is heading into the inner region. It seems like this one might actually join us in the dungeon. I mean, his craft is pretty impressive, so if he defeats the Lord of Darkness, he might be able to get pretty far. Probably into the middle region at least. Wow. That was the only die roll that could possibly achieve that. And we managed to get it. Let's actually wait. We need to turn those trophies in because probably pair them with some smaller trophies. These each, you know, like 1 to 3 craft each, or 1 to 3 piece strength each, and get more strength points faster. Does indeed joining us in the dungeon, so. Which may one of the handy things about the Lord of Darkness is that it gives FPS strategies a way to get into the inner region without an additional way to get into the inner region without having to worry about the Sentinel. So if you focus wholly on craft, you're not going to be able to beat the Sentinel all very well. Because Sentinel's kind of designed where you need a certain amount of strength to really be able to do much. Okay, let's get an axe. We kind of already got a better one because we aren't going to be crossing the Storm River or on any kind of raft, and the axe we've already got gives us an additional bonus against goblins and hobgoblins, which are fairly common in the dungeon. The Dark Cultist has made her way into the inner region. Hold on. Your horse thief is roaming the land. You have a horse and cart, mule, riding horse, or war horse. You must be to go along with this cart and sleep. I think that just does that to the person that drew the event. Yeah. Oh, I see how it is. You'd rather look further back into the dungeon than fight me. I mean, he's only got 3. He's strength, so we could probably take him on even with all his craft. He's going to be coming at us with a 3, and we'd be fighting with a 5, so he does at the very least have the advantage. All darkness. We should probably also work on getting our craft up as well, because there's a rather strong spirit guarding all our old stuff. And we can't even assassinate that, so... That did absolutely nothing. For sure. Well, Dark Cult is already above her craft. Not craft. Her fate. Yep. Dark Cult is base fate. He is only one. So, moving back one space. The best we can hope for in this is a standoff. That's what we got. Looks like 3 minstrels like gained. Oh, it's got companions. That bump up his strength. Oh, there goes Cerberus. His next turn, the Dark Cult is going to be able to start making her way into the inner region. Although she is getting a visit from the Reaper, so it's only a dice battle. So she's at most gonna lose one of her extra points of life. Then not even that much happened. Let's reroll that. There's not really much the Reaper can do for us right now, and I'd rather not go back into the Hall of Darkness. Oh, I think we lost our old axe. So, let's see, 11. Yeah. 11, 15, 21. It should. Yep, 3 heat strength. So we're at 7. Really, if we can get a talisman, and as long as we've got good strength, I think that being moved to somewhere other than directly to the Crown Command wouldn't be too bad. Especially since we're gonna have to hurry if we want to not potentially lose to the Dark Cultists. I mean, we've got the regular Crown of Command ending, so once she gets this there, it'll take a few turns for her to actually win. There's like we can keep gaining life if on a regular basis. Right, we're not ready to challenge that. Unfortunately, the Reaper only got one as well. Well, that's handy. There's just sort of a talisman there now. Seeing a spot in the sort of strength path for the inner region. So if we can get to there, then we'll have a talisman, and before we'll be able to just pick up a talisman on our way through. Because you don't have to actually have one until you reach to the very last spot before the crown. Momentary visual glitch there. Looks like Minstrel's trying to make his way in, but it's probably gonna be a little too slow. Anyway, because he doesn't have the strength to really reliably. He beat the Sentinel. At the end of this corridor. This is just gonna be his free die roll. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that especially isn't. You know, every life we lose before Mercy reaches a crown. And there's another life less, even though we have less than those once she does. Which is only gonna need like 3 turns. So then 2 turns after that had to kill us, so we may not be playing for that whole hour and a half. Okay, that just means more time for Imperator later. course, any life we gain will not only, you know, give us a buffer against it, and possibly dying to some especially big dungeon enemy, but also will as keep from the outright losing in a bit longer, which will then give us more time and to just sort of grind through enemies. Because believe we'll be able to use our assassinate ability once we get to the Crown Command, in which case we might be able to actually stop put the Dark Cultists that's been running in instead win ourselves. We've got Soul Drinker, magic object, weapon, no good character may have of a Soul Drinker. You may roll 2 dice in battle and choose which result to use for your attack roll. If you roll doubles, the Soul Drinker will kill all your followers at random and melt it onto the discard pile. Seems pretty good right now. Since we can get the minimum we need to be able to just jump right to the Crown Command, then we'll be able to then it will have two chances on rolling a 6. Fortunately, we're only halfway to the amount of craft strength that we'd need in order to actually do that. Interesting how the minstrel specifically keeps having like a momentary visual glitch where his card doesn't show up for a few seconds into his battles with the Sentinel. To this rate, he's gonna die before he's gonna die to the Sentinel before or the Dark Cultists can even get to the crown. Soul Drinker will also help our chances of beating the Craft 10 Spirit, and it's guarding all our old stuff before he died. Still not even possible to actually beat that thing with our current handcraft. Well, either one of those is gonna do it, but might as well go with a higher one. The elf has decided to join us in the dungeon. Got himself a spell. all the minstrels into the inner region, was able to auto open, and the gate, the portal of power. Unfortunately, he's gonna be beaten into the crown by somebody who can easily murder him. So he doesn't really stand a whole lot of a chance. Although, as long as multiple characters on the crown command, none of them get to cast a command spell. So he might at least be able to buy us some time. Oh boy. The snake pit will reign here over the rest of the game. Roll one die. The result is higher than your strength. You fall into the snake pit. It must either, well, it can't be higher than your strength. So it actually does nothing to us because we've only got two. Because we'd have to have strength less than 6. In order to actually have any real effect. I believe the command spell also only has like a 50-50 chance of actually doing its thing. So, there's also that element of it. Who knows how long it'll take the command spell to actually do that 2 damage to us. I guess we're heading back to the Hall of Darkness, because the other option is fight a battle where you can maybe get a standoff in. And that's if we got a 6 and then we got a 1. It's only on a 4 to 6 that the command spell actually has its effect. And it's a 6, so we're probably gonna die pretty soon. I don't think the minstrel's gonna last long enough to actually even buy us time. He was able to sacrifice a couple followers versus the vampire, but he's still got 2 spaces to go. And each turn there's a 50-50, and each round there's a 50-50 chance we'll just die outright. Alright, we're back to this. Like this time, we probably should have used our axe Next in that battle. See. Yeah, let's just go for it. Go strength up to 10. Well, this is probably gonna be it. Nope. We get it. One more turn, maybe. Yep. The minstrel was able to reroll roll the die because he only has to fight one pit fiend rather than 6. He got a standoff anyway, so that means it's gonna take another additional turn before he can move forward. So we're hanging to this tunnel over here. Hopefully this phantom hound won't kill us. And it's not going to. There's not really much to target with the Reaper because all the people that really have much of a chance to have, they're really gonna have like an impact. Maybe to this point, we need to, or we're in the inner region already, and the Reaper can't go in there. Here we go again. 50-50 chance of outright dying, possibly. Nope, unless the reroll. Rerolled into a 1. Get another turn. The minstrel gets to move forwards next turn, so. Well, it's got a chance it might heal us. And it just tasted great, but at least it wasn't poison. In case we were died before, or the Dark Cultist could even finish us off with a command spell. So this will be the last time the Dark Cultist can reroll if he gets below 4. It's below 4. It is once again below 4. Granted, the Minstrel, once he gets in there, probably only gonna be able to buy his time by like 1 round of guaranteed no chance of the command hand spell killing us. Of course, it depends on whether or not the AI decides to just like start taking his gear here before actually killing him. Because, you know, the smart thing to do when you get somebody that's going to be attacking you every round who's at 1 life is to just kill them outright. But the AI is not always that smart. Let's not go to the torture chamber, let's go to the vault. Let's assassinate. And we got a 1. Honestly, let's fast forward. It's like, yeah, the minstrel's dead. It's amazing that the remaining AI players are managing to go on for this long. The elf managed to momentarily become a toad. Somebody is managing to, like, the Amazon managed to enter the inner region a couple times. But that wasn't really enough to do anything. Right, so that's gonna be it for Talsiman tonight. I believe the next expansion is a Frost March. So, we're gonna checking that out when we get back with this. Later now, I'm gonna stop and restart stream and try out some Imperator. I will be right back.